Are you shocked? Probably not, but let's get into it. Hi queens, hi, hey girl, hey. Welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Prenay, aka Be The Beat, if you didn't already know. And if you didn't already know, that means you are new here, and I just want to say welcome on into the Vlogmas makeup party. And if you're not new here, friend, welcome back. I'm so glad to see you again. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for all the love that y'all showed me on my most recent makeup video. Like, girl, I did not expect that video to do so well. Usually my makeup videos don't do that good lately, like, cause vlogs have taken over YouTube, so my makeup videos kind of get lost in the sauce. So I feel like I kind of just, and plus after the pandemic, I feel like I just stopped doing them for real. So the fact that y'all really enjoyed the most recent one really gave me the boost that I needed, and we're getting back to the makeup content, okay? So today we're gonna get into a holiday glam look. I don't know what we're doing yet. I'm literally just going to wing it. All I know is we're doing a red lip, okay? That's all I know. And that's all that really matters, okay? I got my bonnet on because my hair looks a little crazy right now, but we're gonna get her together in a minute. All the details will be in the description box for all the products I use today. Just a little disclaimer, so if you are looking to shop for anything that I have on my face today, then baby, check the description box, okay? Okay. And your girl does get a little commission if you shop them links. They don't charge you nothing extra though, so at no cost to you, your girl gets helped out. But anyway, let's get into the video. I'm just so glad that y'all enjoyed the last video. Also, let me know how you're enjoying Vlogmas so far. Like, so far so good. Today is technically day 4 and my video is compressing right now. So it's gonna go up on time. Yeah, so far so good. Y'all pray for me through this weekend though, because I have to work every single day this weekend. Like, actually, what's today, Wednesday? I have to work Thursday through Monday. I don't have any off days, Thursday through Monday. So just pray for me that I get all my editing done. But anyway, let's get into this face. So I have already prepped, moisturized, and all the things. So we're gonna get straight into priming. Y'all already know if you watched my last video, this is my girl. But we're also going to be using, girl, this bottle is filthy. She's been in the bottom of my makeup bag, but we're gonna pull her back out. This is the Hydrating Fenty Primer. I've been using this lately because, for one, I forgot I had it. But I am very much interested in having like a very glowy look. I have really been into more glowy makeup lately on myself. Really for like the past, girl, I don't know, maybe a couple years or year and some change, because I used to be a MAC girl, okay? And I'm just not anymore, okay? And I'm also gonna then use the Photo Finish Primer to just blur, because baby, this girl, she definitely blurs. She definitely makes an impact on how your foundation will lay on your skin. Even hit my brows a bit, because girl, you want them brows to be grease free, okay? So today I think I'm gonna use an oldie but goodie. If you're not new here, then you already know who my girl is, okay? Miss NARS, Miss Mamas, okay? She's that girl, and I'm in love with NARS, okay? But I don't have my exact shade right now, so I'm really hoping that I can make some shake. I hope I don't ruin my hair, like, I hope I don't crush it, but I'm really hoping I can make something shake with these 2 shades that I did find. Girl, you ain't need that much now. Girl, this is so much foundation. That's okay. Be so for real. Be so for real, girl. Makeup on my sweater. Well, y'all can't see it, but I was planning to film a reel as well, and they will probably see it. So now it's my intention to mix these two colors together to get the perfect shade, so we'll see. I'll keep you posted. Not too bad, not too bad. Do a little mixeroo. Sometimes you gotta do that. I'm actually extremely satisfied with how that's looking. Actually very, very satisfied. So now let's go ahead and start carving the skin. For highlighting and contouring, I'm gonna kind of do my same routine, but just a little bit different. I am definitely going to contour with my Black Opal foundation stick. We're contouring first today. Not really for any particular reason, but it's just what I was led to do. Maybe because I am not gonna be using a foundation stick to highlight, I just figure I better get this contour out the way. And I'm actually gonna use only concealer to highlight today. In the comments, someone did say that they want to see me do my brows like a little bit more in depth. So we might as well go ahead and get into that today. Because girl, what else do we have to do? It's a makeup party. You gotta be careful running blonde edges, and that's the toughest part. My hairline is so tricky, but contour is laid down. I look a little silly right now, but just trust the process. Going into my Sand Born This Way concealer by Too Faced. Now, this concealer is very much empty, but I can maybe get a little bit out just to pop on my nose and a little bit right here. This concealer is literally done for. Like, I'm scraping for dear life. I got a new brow pencil, which this is the brow pencil that I have been using for quite some time now, but I recently tried a few other ones. I had to go back to my main squeeze, okay? And like, of course, there are plenty of good brow pencils out there, but I really, really enjoyed this one, and it really lasts me a good while. So I went ahead and made the investment to go ahead and get one again, and I got it in the shade 3.5. Okay, we did a little 3.5. All right, so it does come with a spoolie on one end and then the pencil on the other. So for my girls that want to see about brows, let's go ahead and zoom y'all in as far as I can. I just always like to brush my brows up and just kind of get them going in the shape and direction that I prefer. My brows are not super arched. They're not like super defined. They're actually kind of just boring and straight across. Like if I brush them straight, like they literally have no definition or shape to them. But I prefer my brow to have a higher arch. Now everybody's preference is different for their face, okay? And when a different makeup artist does my face, they do my brows differently. Everybody has a different vision for people's faces. So what I prefer to do with my brows is kind of brush them upward, and then I'll begin kind of just making stroke hair-like motions, okay? Now there is a viral eyebrow pencil on TikTok right now that I am considering trying off TikTok Shop, but I just ain't pulled the trigger on it yet. Comment down below if any of y'all have seen it or tried it, okay? But anywho, this works great for me. So I'm just going to begin upward flicking motions, and I start towards the front, not all the way in the front, but towards the front, okay? Just to kind of build some shape here, because my brows are just pretty non-existent. You want to have a very light hand, because especially if you have light hair, girl, I can't tell you how many times I done took it a little too heavy by mistake, okay? So start out with a light hand. If you need to make it darker, you always can go darker. So, very light, short strokes. And when I get to the area where I prefer my arch, that's when I kind of really get serious about it and start defining that shape on the bottom. And begin to define a tail. So you see how I made that little line down here at the bottom, but I got blank hairs at the top. That's when now I'm gonna go back to start flicking in some more fake hairs and define that tail. Now the arch is super important to me, so I'm gonna concentrate quite a bit of product there. I pretty much have to build a brow at the top for myself. So once I get kind of a good shape going, that's when I go back in with my spoolie just to kind of brush the hairs back and see kind of what we really got going. Because when you brush the hairs, you'll see if you missed any spots. And I did. I missed a couple spots. So I'm gonna go back in here. Fill that in a little bit. And then you want to pay attention to make sure you got a good shape up front as well. Now you don't want to get into just drawing a harsh line at the bottom, a harsh line at the top, and then filling it in, because girl, it just doesn't look natural. So you want to make some flicking motions versus drawing a top line, a bottom line, and then coloring it in, okay? At the front, I don't even focus on the line. At the bottom, I just do upward flicking motions. Now y'all didn't have to do all that. Pardon me, y'all. Well, pardon them. But okay, so you see the difference? Like, it's not too crazy, but it gives my face a little bit more lift, in my opinion. Like, it gives me more definition over here. So now let's go ahead and make this one match. But when we pop the concealer in to like really define it, that's when it's really gonna pop out. All right. And for me personally, I now have been buying lighter brow pencils because I'm naturally heavy-handed. So even though I say use a light stroke, I'm really using a lighter color as well because girl, I'm just heavy-handed. So that's a little trick. If you know you're heavy-handed, get a color that's a little bit lighter than what you may think you need. I am also a person who likes to do my brows after my foundation is already on my face. I think it just makes them look a little bit more natural. If I were to do my brows first and then carve foundation around them, I think it makes the brow a little bit more pronounced. So I prefer to do my brows on top of my foundation, but that is all in personal preference. So I would say maybe practice both ways and see which way is more suitable for you and what you like best. Now, some people use brow gels and like just different products to make their brow hairs like actually stay upward, like the Gots to Be brow stuff. And now I've contemplated using stuff like that, but I don't know, I just feel like my brows just don't have enough hairs to really make that matter, you know? Like, I want to try it, but I don't know. I'm just not really convinced for myself. I think that that looks so good on people who have really good brow hairs, but mine just so light and faint. I just think it would make my forehead look greasy. Like, I don't know. But I might try it. Y'all let me know if y'all want to see me try that. But okay, so your brows don't need to be twin sisters, but they do need to be homegirls. They need to be cousins, homegirls, or sisters, okay? They do need to resemble, but they don't have to be identical twins. So don't beat yourself up if one arch is a little higher or one is a smidgen thicker. Like, don't beat yourself up about that, because for one, we can adjust some of that with concealer And for 2, they don't gotta be identical twins. They just need to be related, okay? So now I'm gonna take this same Too Faced concealer and carve out the bottom of my brows. I do not prefer to carve out the top. I think it makes them look too done. Like, I don't know. I just like to carve out the bottom with concealer. And you never want to start up on the brow. You see how I started like actually kind of down here? You want to work your way up to the brow so that way the concealer is not too piled up on it. Because if you just slap a big glob of concealer right on the brow, girl, it's gonna get messy. So start like mid-lid for real, and then work your way up. I prefer to carve my eyebrows out with the actual concealer applicator. Don't do that if you're like working on someone else, okay? Only do that if you're using your own personal concealer. That's nasty. Don't put your applicators on clients, okay? But if you are working with your own personal concealer that you only use on your own face, I prefer to use the applicator. Okay, to each his own, or you can use a brush, but this is just my preference. Concealer will double as your eyebrow carving as well as your eyeshadow base. So it's perfect, it's a 2-in-1. You just knock 2 birds out with 1 stone, okay? But for now, that's it for brows. I'm gonna blend all this out and then we're gonna work on our under eye. Let me zoom y'all back out. Now for under eye, I'm gonna go in with that lighter concealer. This is in the shade Shortbread. It's way light for me, but I just don't have enough of the other shade to do my under eye. So we're gonna make it do what it do, baby. And girl, don't be like me. Use a smaller brush for this, but I just don't have one handy. Like, I have a brush that's the smaller version of this. That one will be perfect for what I'm trying to do right now. But girl, I don't know where it's at. Cause this shape brush is perfect. Like, you wanna let your makeup brushes do the work for you. Now, don't mind this one cause it's sturdy. But you see the shape to that? You see the shape? Like, that's gonna fit perfect in like the groove of your face. You want your makeup brushes to do the work for you, babe. It's already coming together. Don't play with her. Go play with somebody else. So I'm gonna pull out my Old Faithful, my Bobbi Brown foundation stick. Now this thing, this is in the shade W074. It's called the Golden Skin Foundation Stick. This stuff is so good, but girl, it's down to the nub, okay? And honestly, it's very old, but still works like a charm. I couldn't get away with like not doing any more cream, okay? Because I have literally fallen in love with cream products lately. Yo, I do not even have a plan for my eyes. Literally just winging it. It's looking perfect. Not even gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie to you, okay? I also went and picked up a new Laura Mercier translucent setting powder because girl, I was scraping the corners. I was literally out and I could not see my face. And I'm just like, the moment I saw my under eye creasing at work, I was like, ew, you need more powder. Like, I ran out of powder, so it was not set good, so it started creasing. Ain't no way you finna catch B2B dead in the streets creasing, baby, you know what I'm saying? So I went and picked up more translucent powder and I got it in the shade Honey. This one is like the banana flavor or whatever. I like to set my contour first. I think it helps the blendability. So I'm going to use MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Sun Power, and I'm going to use that to begin to like bronze my skin up and to just set that contour space with a powder. Girl, cover up your edges. That's just gonna help give my translucent powder something to kind of like go against. Well, really, girl, not go against. We want her to mesh together, but the girl, if you get it, you get it. We did not go in with a liquid blush today. Girl, what's wrong with you? That's okay. We'll go in with powder. And so I'm going in with my favorite blush by MAC. It's in the shade Swiss Chocolate. I'm gonna go in with this to contour. I don't take my contour as far down as my bronzer. Cause girl, you don't want that to, you don't want to be eating your contour, you know what I'm saying? Cheeks are set. Now, I wish that I was somebody who didn't have to set concealer super hard, like I didn't have to bake, because I just think my skin looks so fresh and like rejuvenated with the like glossy concealer. But girl, I'll be creasing in 3 minutes, okay? So we're gonna set the under eye. Let's go ahead and open up this fresh honey. ASMR. Girl, I forgot what a fresh one of these look like for real. Cause I have not gotten one of these in a minute. I'm going to use a triangle powder puff. You gotta make sure that you smooth out the concealer before you set it, because you don't wanna set creases, okay? So that's why I keep going back in with that brush to re-smooth it out. I'm also gonna set my eyelids. Y'all, Laura Mercier been that girl. Please don't play with her. I'm Miss Laura, honey. I remember I used to work at the MAC counter in Belk. I would sneak over to the Laura Mercier counter and get some loose powder so I could set my clients' faces, because MAC didn't really sell like a loose translucent powder. Well, they did, but girl, it was ghostly at the time. I don't know what it's like now, but back then, like, it just did not work well for women of color. And so I would sneak down to the Laura Mercier counter and get some translucent setting powder to use on my guests. Oh my gosh. Anything for my girls. Now when I go back on top of my bronzer area with my brush, it's not gonna be out of nowhere. It's not gonna be a harsh line between those two powders. Like, that's why you bronze first. Like, it matters, ladies, it matters, okay? We're also gonna work on our forehead next, because you gotta set her too. We did not forget about her, it just wasn't her time yet, okay? Now let's go ahead and set beneath my contour. And now for that one, yeah, we're gonna go with this powder, because I don't feel like going to get the other one. But we're only gonna do a little bit, because this one can get bright kind of quick if you're not careful. Okay, so I've decided that we're doing like a classic holiday look. Very smoky and sultry on the eyes and a red lip. Are you shocked? Probably not, but let's get into it. I'm gonna be using, girl, this palette is dead to the bed, but it's a KKW palette. Don't mind how it looks, okay? We're just gonna get into the colors. So it's very neutral, it very much got anything you can need for this type of look. Are we surprised? No. Go ahead and go into this shade, which is obviously my favorite because it's beat to the pan. Go figure. We're swirling that through our crease, because every eyeshadow look needs to start with a good crease shade, okay? Something good and brown. Whether it's a warm brown, a cool brown, girl, we're gonna always start with a brown through that crease. And that's on Matte Girl 101. But now we're going to go a little bit darker. I'm gonna go into this one right here. I'm gonna go right beneath that first color. More so on the lid, but still kind of in the crease. Now we were going in with some super crazy shades, like some purples, some golds, some shimmers, all the things. I would definitely put more powder underneath my eye to make sure I catch any fallout, but I shouldn't have too much fallout with this. This is something so quick and easy, like anybody can do this eyeshadow look, like literally anybody. So gather around, children. So far so good, so far so neutral. So I'm going to now go with something a little bit darker. I'm gonna go with the darker shade. We're gonna keep that one really close to the lash line. Like as close to the lash line as we can. I really need a different brush for this, but girl, do the best I can with what I got. This is kind of gonna go along with our eyeliner. So to really make this make sense, we are gonna add some actual liner because girl, then it's gonna give the brown eyeshadow something to actually hold on to. So let's go ahead and line our lash line. Y'all see how I just went in and like no hesitation did that wing? Like, girl, I'm very proud of you. But this is One Size Point Made eyeliner. It's an eyeliner pen. Good enough before I mess it up. So there's the wing, but now we can go back in with that dark eyeshadow and kind of like smoke out the liner. That was the original intent, was to smoke out the liner, okay? But girl, we went about it a weird way. That's good enough, okay? Because the focus is gonna be the lip. So this is where the face is sitting right now. Let's go ahead and put a little NARS Orgasm on, okay? I did just brush any product that's left in this brush over my cheeks, but let's actually get some intentional orgasm in there. There we go. A boom, bada, bam, bam. So now as far as the lip, I do need to take this gloss off because that Fenty red lip, she's slick and she can make a mess. So we gotta be very careful. I just wanna feel you. Okay, y'all, so this is the completed look. I'm sorry I got a little bit silent on y'all, but I was in the zone with this red lip. Like, if you know, you know. If you have this lip, like, I don't know if it's just me, but this lip gets very messy very fast. Like, I don't know, she gets a little out of sorts. So I have to really focus when I'm putting this lippy on. But everything I used will be down in the description box, don't forget. But I used the Cherry Lip Liner by MAC, which is the OG, like, girl, I used to use this with Ruby Woo back in the day, which I started to put Ruby Woo on today just because I knew she was gonna get messy. But I'm like, you know what? I promise y'all Fenty, I'm gonna give y'all Fenty. Next time we might rock with Ruby Woo. I love these little half lashes. Like, if y'all remember in my last makeup video, I told y'all that I hadn't really been feeling false lashes lately. Like, just with going to work, I just feel like it's a lot. So I put on these little half lashes and I actually really, really love them. It really just enhances what my natural lashes should do. But girl, I just want to bless with natural lashes for real. But what do y'all think about my hair? Like, I've been wearing my hair kind of curly the past few days because my roots are growing in, so it's getting a little bit harder to slick her down, okay? If you want to see how I achieved the curls, even though my hair is extremely platinum and my curl pattern is cooked, head over to my Instagram because I did a little reel showing y'all how I got this desired look. But anyway, what do y'all think? It's giving Grinch with this green sweater and this red lip. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this look, and I will see y'all in my next video. Peace and love. Happy Vlogmas.